Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. And on the screen today, you're going to be watching some Black Ops 4, probably some control gameplay. But today I wanted to talk about the logic of attachments, and mostly for Black Ops 4. And this is pertaining to like Treyarch and this game, really. So, if you didn't know, every gun in Black Ops 4 doesn't, or sorry, I shouldn't say that. Every class of gun doesn't have the same attachments as the other guns in its class. So every assault rifle doesn't have grip, every assault rifle doesn't have quick draw. I think quick draw, yeah. But like every assault rifle doesn't have grip, every assault rifle doesn't have extended mags, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm all for that. It's a very good change, I guess you could call it. To give some guns like grip, some guns not. Like, for example, the ICR, which is probably the best gun in the game, has grip and grip 2. And if you didn't know, grip 2 gives you even less recoil, and you have reduced flinch when firing, or when somebody shoots at you and they hit you. So you basically have built-in toughness. So the ICR is probably the best gun in the game. It's debatable. ICR, Maddox, some people say the Auger, some people will say, the Vapor, or some people will say the SOG, or whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. And the ICR doesn't have stock, but I'm pretty sure the Vapor has stock. I haven't used the Vapor. I don't really use assault rifles. The only assault rifle I have used is the ICR and the Maddox. I haven't used the KN or the Vapor, or the Rampart, or the Scar, or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I feel like if the ICR did have stock, then it would be is that even a word? It wouldn't be debatable, to be the best gun in the game. If it had grip 2, you put a reflex on that, you put a stock and quick draw, you're talking about the best gun in the game, because it already has no recoil. It could pick people off head glitches. You're strafing quickly because you have stock. You're aiming down sights quickly because you have quick draw. And it would just be that you would basically call it ICR 4, not even Black Ops 4, just ICR 4. Just like how people used to call World War II World Bar 2, because that's all everybody used. But Treyarch probably saw this and they said, all right, you know what? We're not going to give the ICR stock. We're not going to make it, like the best gun in the game by far. So now, if you want to use the ICR, you have to give up strafing quickly, and obviously you can like unaim down your sight and move faster, but most people they want to have their sight aimed down and they want to move quickly. Stock was one of the best attachments ever added in Call of Duty, and I forgot who added it. I'm pretty sure it was Black Ops 2. I want to say Black Ops 2, maybe. If not, it was Black Ops 3. I don't know. Anyway, it's by far one of the best attachments added. But yeah, so like I understand, the whole thing. They wanted to switch it up and all those kinds of things. But I just want to know where the logic is in the attachments. So now what you're going to see on the screen now is me firing the MX9. And I'm going to fire a whole clip. It's going to be I'm not going to be controlling the recoil or anything like that. It's just going to be me shooting the MX9. And then I'm going to put a picture up of the attachments on the screen. Next thing that you're going to see me fire is the next thing that you're going to see me shoot is the GKS. And then I'm going to put up a picture of the attachments. And then after that, you're going to see me shoot the Spitfire, which is another SMG. And then I'm going to put a picture of the attachments. And then last but not least, you're going to see me shoot the ICR. And then put a picture up of the attachments. So, you might be asking yourself right now, oh, well, why would you do that? Why are you showing us the attachments? And the reason I'm doing this is because I really want to know who came up with the attachments for these guns. Because as you could see, or as you saw from when I shot the MX9, it had way more recoil than the GKS, but it doesn't have any type of grip. But the GKS, which has almost no recoil to begin with, has grip 1 and grip 2. And then you saw the Spitfire, which has a ton of fucking recoil. It's basically the Scorpion. And it's not as easy as easy to control the recoil as a Scorpion, because the Scorpion was basically only up and to the right. This one, you know, you saw it go in a circle, then it went up to the left, and you know, it came back down. It was stupid. And then you saw that the Spitfire, the gun with possibly the most recoil in the game, doesn't have any type of grip or any type of recoil reduction attachment. But the ICR, which has almost no recoil to begin with, is just straight up recoil, easy to control, has grip 1 and grip 2. So I don't necessarily know what the developers were trying to do here. I mean, I feel like the ICR, if anything, take one of the grips from the ICR and put it on the Spitfire. Take one of the grips from the GKS and put it on the MX9. You know, you can't, like, as of right now, there's no point of using these guns. There's no point of using the MX9 and the Spitfire, because you have guns like the GKS and the ICR. And you know, why would I use a gun that has high recoil or a gun that has recoil if I could just use a gun that's a laser? And you know, because like, people are always looking for the easiest gun to use. People are always looking for the gun that has the least amount of recoil. They're looking for you know, best gun attachment, or like, you know, when you see those best gun videos, those are all the videos that people are looking for, and people are just showing the ICR. Nobody's showing the MX9, nobody's showing the Spitfire, because there's no point of using them, because yes, they have recoil, but there's no way of reducing the recoil. And then Treyarch tried to say, oh, they put in this predictive recoil and whatever type of bullshit that was. No, it's fucking bullshit. There's no way to predict 900 rounds per minute. There's no way to predict 1,000 rounds per minute. Like, you know, I don't want to hear any of that shit. It makes no sense. No average player is gonna have the Spitfire or make the Spitfire be a laser without a grip at all. I don't care. Even with grip 2, there's no way that the Spitfire is going to be a laser, because the rate of fire is just too high. Even a pro player, there's no way the grip is going to be, or there's no way the Spitfire is going to be a laser, right? The only time you should be using a Spitfire is on like seaside, in like the wine cellar, in like those little, you know, close ass quarter rooms, and you know, at that point you might as well just use a shotgun like the MOG or the SG12 or whatever it's called. But I mean, hey, I'm not a developer. I'm not, you know, any one of these expert guys that are making these games. This is just an observation that I had. I feel like the MX9, the Spitfire, you know, guns that have recoil, give them a grip, because then it'll give people more of an incentive to use different stuff, right? I was using the ICR for the longest time, and I was like, yo, fuck, like, I'm tired of using this shit. So then I pulled out, you know, the Maddox. I pulled out, you know, the MX9. I pulled, like, I use the GKS. You know, like, I'm on the quest for diamond shotguns, and I'm also on the quest for maxing out all of the SMGs. But it's just like the Spitfire just gets me so pissed off, because like, it has so much recoil, and there's nothing you could do. Like, if you're not in the same room as somebody with the Spitfire, like, you're basically dead if they're looking at you, right? If you're behind them, you know, maybe you might be able to get them, but you're basically dead. MX9, you know, it has a little less recoil, but I mean, hey, it is what it is, man. Like I said, I'm not an expert. This is just like an observation that I had, and I feel like it should be corrected in some way, which I doubt will happen, because they're probably not going to add attachments to guns after the game comes out, because I'm pretty sure that's never been done before. But it is what it is. You know, I'm just gonna end it off there. I don't want to ramble on for too long. Just, you know, quick shameless plug. If you are on Twitch, if you do like to watch live streams, I am on Twitch every night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for about 4 hours. And you know, we play Black Ops, we play Spider-Man, Red Dead's coming out soon, and you know, just whatever other games. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. It's very much appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next one.